What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blow the Whistle, the place where we don't just talk about the game, we blow the whistle. If you're new here, let me set the tone. This is where sports, culture, and keeping it real collide. No hot takes just for clicks, no fake outrage, just honest opinions, laughs, and a whole lot of love for the game. This is a father and son armchair quarterbacking podcast. 2 generations, 1 mic, and 0 filter. We're not claiming to have all the answers, but we do have opinions. Sit back, lock in, and enjoy the conversation. And if something doesn't smell right, or if the take is a little too over the top, you already know what to do. Blow the whistle.
Welcome back to Blow the Whistle. So, stop the music, because we need to talk about something that makes absolutely no football sense. Bill Belichick, 6 Super Bowls as a head coach, 8 rings total, the architect of the greatest dynasty the NFL has ever seen, is not a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Let that sink in. The man didn't just win games, he changed how football is coached, studied, and controlled. And somehow, that was not enough. And if this is about narratives, about politics, or what happened after Tom Brady, then the Hall of Fame isn't judging greatness anymore. It's judging feelings. But while Canton debates history, the league keeps moving because we got a Super Bowl on deck, and legacies are about to be written in real time. One team chasing validation, the other chasing immortality. Quarterbacks with everything to gain and to lose. Tonight, we're calling our shots. Matchups. Who cracks under pressure, and who rises when the lights are the brightest. This isn't just a Super Bowl preview. This is a Judgment Day episode. Let's talk Belichick, let's make our Super Bowl predictions, and let's blow the whistle. All right, the first thing we're going to talk about is Bill Belichick and him getting snubbed from the Hall of Fame. From what my understanding, he only got 39. He needed 1 more to get the 80%, and he was in the Hall of Fame. But it confuses me because Bill Belichick has the most Super Bowl wins by far against any head coach. 8. 6 as a head coach, 2 as an assistant. He created arguably one of the greatest dynasties in the NFL with Tom Brady. And if people are like, oh, well, Tom Brady helped him with that dynasty, I mean, you can say the same thing with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. You can say the same thing about multiple of these dynasties because the quarterback was elite, or the quarterback's the top 5, or the quarterback's good. The problem for me is that I don't know why he was snubbed. I'm just still confused. Is it about controversy? Is it politics? I don't know. But if it's controversy, I know this. There are many people in the Hall of Fame who had controversy before they were even inducted, and they were still in. It kind of does not make sense to me why those voters wouldn't give them the 80% or more. Bill Belichick has qualified. He has outperformed any other coach in the history of the NFL. I'm confused. I'm just confused.
I mean, I don't think you're the only one confused. I mean, I'm confused. There are plenty other people who are confused. This has been a big topic of discussion the last week on just about every sports show that I've watched. And it is puzzling to me for the simple fact that if what they're saying is true in that it was, quote unquote, I'm not for sure, this is what they're reporting, that Bill Polian was the reason why they were like, hey, well, look, was able to get voters to say, hey, look, he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer due to all of the controversies that he's had with the whole Deflategate and Spygate and all of that. Here's my thing to that, if it is in fact true. He paid his penance. The organization paid their penance for that. They were fined, they were penalized and everything. So guess what? As with any crime in this country, when you paid your penance, it's supposed to be over. Boom. He's already done his time or did whatever he had to do for it or whatever the organization had to do. It's over with. You cannot deny the fact that this man has 6 Super Bowls. 6. 8 in total. 8 as a coach, 6 as a head, 2 as an assistant. You can't deny this man. I mean, that is the longest dynasty. And oh, by the way, that dynasty he built spanned 2 different decades in the 2000s and 2010s, right? So he is the all-time leader in playoff wins, one of 3 coaches with 300 plus seasons, regular season wins. That's a lot of wins, man. One of the things I will say about Bill Belichick that just stands out, and you see coaches trying to replicate it with the fact of how he kind of revolutionized situational football. Bill Belichick teams were not glamorous. They were not pretty. They didn't have the flashy players, but what they did have, they had players who were smart. They played smart football. That is the thing that stands out and will forever stand out with me when it comes to Bill Belichick. None of his players were, fancy. Matter of fact, a lot of them were a bunch of rejects, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't that, they were kind of like leftovers. I can't even, with the exception of Randy Moss, I really can't think of, in those Super Bowls, I really can't think of, like receivers. I know there was Branch and a few others, but they're not Hall of Famers or anything like that. A lot of his players, to me, when I look at it, they just didn't look right, but you know what? They thought right. They thought Belichick the way he wanted to. So back to what to me, this is a crime that he's not in there. And if it is, in fact, due to Spygate and Deflategate, I tell you what, Tom Brady. Tom Brady better not get in on his first ballot. And I'm going to tell you right now, if he don't get in on the first ballot, man, there's going to be gnashing of teeth if he does not get in. I'm telling you that right now. Let Tom Brady not get in on the first ballot and see what's going to happen. But, hey, man.
Yeah, it would be something, if Tom Brady did not get in. Now, let's sink that in. If Tom Brady does not make First-Ballot Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame is a joke. Number one, just for the fact, stats aside, Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowl rings. It don't matter if he had a top 10 defense all the time. 7 Super Bowl rings in a single, year that, or football seasons that Tom Brady had to deal with. That's pretty impressive. 3 is impressive. 4 is impressive. 5 is great. 7? 7's good. It's 7. Amazing.
What?
And
it's amazing. But it kind of goes back, if he does not get in on the first ballot, it kind of goes back to what you said. The Hall of Fame, it loses credibility. And I will say this, I think Deion Sanders, I saw him in an interview a while back, a few years ago. He was even complaining that they're just letting anybody in. And I will say, there are some people the last couple of years, and I'm like, what? They're in the Hall of Fame? I mean, I don't even see it. I don't agree with a lot of people that they put in. But when it comes to Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowls, 10, 10 Super Bowl appearances.
Yeah.
10. Not only that, he was 5 time Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. And all-time leader in passing yards, TDs, wins, playoff wins in the playoff. I mean, what we talking about now? This is, I don't know. This is crazy. But I'm with you. This, I'm not really, this is the real question. Do you think they should redo the vote
Yes.
or what? Or just let it go
Yeah.
and just
I think they
wait
should.
until next year?
I I think they should bring new people in, do it again. Maybe wait a little bit, do it again. Because it is crazy that a person that wins 8 total Super Bowl rings as a head coach did not get it. Now, I did see somewhere on a podcast by an actual person that was voting, or a person that talked to a voter that said, "Oh yeah, they didn't put Belichick down so they can put actual players in." And when I heard those names, I'm gonna be 100%. I knew none of them. I didn't know who they were. But still, the fact that you have 7 Super Bowl rings, you are the greatest coach of all time, and will go down with having basically 2 dynasties for one team in different 2 different decades. Come on, come on. You deserve to be in the Hall of Fame as soon as you can.
Yeah. I mean, this is this is horrible, man. I mean, I don't, yeah. What I think, I'm kind of like almost 50-50 in that I think they should redo it,
Mhm.
redo the voting. But at the same time, if I'm Bill Belichick and they redid the voting, I'm like, whatever. Y'all can redo it. Y'all can put me in the first ballot. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to
Yeah,
be there. Because what you're telling me is that, okay, even though I felt that we didn't do anything wrong because there are a lot of football teams, and Jimmy Johnson has even said it, a lot of football teams who look at other teams, what they're doing and everything else. But okay, we violated. We paid our penance. We done what we had to do to get rid of that and everything else. We were penalized for it. This is the thing. So you're still harboring ill feelings towards this. Okay, well, what about, okay, dismiss this Super Bowl? Well, what about the other Super Bowls?
yeah,
Okay, erase it. What about the other Super Bowls? I mean, what about them? So
yeah.
Deflategate. Well, okay, dismiss that year. How does Tom Brady still end up with 7 or 7 Super Bowls? How does he still end up with that? So you mean to tell me it was Deflategate for 10 Super Bowl appearances for Tom Brady? You're trying to tell me that it's been what, 6 Super Bowls of Spygate for
Um,
Bill Belichick? Come on, y'all.
yeah,
This is, man.
yeah,
I mean, and this is what leads me to believe that this is Bill Polian, because Bill Polian couldn't stand that they were rivals. He was at the Colts from what I remember, and it was the Patriots, and them two, they were going at it for years, and the Patriots could never get over. No, I'm sorry, the Colts could never get over the Patriots, except for that one year when they went to the Super Bowl. You know, they
yeah,
finally were able to get over it. So, man, all of this is crazy to me. So it is what it is. So
yeah. It is what it is. This Hall of Fame and the NFL showed us stuff that I genuinely thought they wouldn't do. But, NFL surprises us every single year. So, yeah, Bill Belichick getting snubbed. Crazy. Everyone's talking about it. So, yeah.
Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
All right. The next topic we're going to talk about is the Super Bowl. Super Bowl predictions. Patriots versus Seahawks. Sorry. And I'm sticking with my answer. I'm going to Seahawks. At least by 2 scores, 2 possessions. And here's why. The New England Patriots. Yeah, they're in the Super Bowl, but let's see who they actually went up against. They lost against Las Vegas. They lost against Pittsburgh. They won against Buffalo. Lost to Buffalo again in the regular season. Won against Baltimore. And mind you, only one of those or 2 of those teams went to the playoffs. And both of them are knocked out. Were early exits. Okay, postseason wise, they went up against the Chargers. And mind you, the Chargers had no offensive line. Justin Herbert broke his hand. And no wide receivers. Okay, 16-3. Okay. Against the Texans. Drake May fumbled the ball 4 times and threw an interception. And yeah, you can see, well, that just shows the Patriots being able to bounce back. Yeah, but CJ Stroud threw 4 interceptions, which credit to your defense, but that team was missing CJ Stroud, or missing Nikhil Collins, Dalton Schultz, Woody Marks. Are you still going to be able to beat the Texans when they have all those pieces? All right, you won against the Texans, 28-16. Let's go to Denver. You won against Denver 10-7. And Drake May only puts up 86 yards. Oh, well, it was snowing. Yeah, Jared Stidham put up more points or more yards than Drake May. And mind you, Drake May is one of the projected MVP runner-ups. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Now let's go to the Seahawks. Seahawks, they lost to San Fran, won against Pittsburgh, won against Houston, lost against Los Angeles, but then won again in Week 16, and they won against San Fran. People they played in the postseason. They blew out San Francisco 41-6, and they won against Los Angeles 31-27. And mind you, they have the best defense in the league, only allowing 18 points per game.
17.
Looking like 17? Looking like the Legion of Boom out there? Now, if I can recall, the Patriots don't really have a good defense. And what I'm saying is, judging by what I've seen between schedule-wise, performance-wise, and everything else, the Seahawks are going to come in to Levi Stadium, do the Super Bowl, and they're going to win by at least 2 scores against the New England Patriots.
So you're really sticking to this 2-score thing. And
yes.
I applaud you. I applaud you. And I remember at our last podcast, you said that. And then I was really thinking about it. And then I went and I looked at the schedule and all of that stuff. And I didn't realize they had the 3rd easiest, the Patriots' strength of schedule. Now,
yeah.
With that being said, though, they won every away game. Granted, we can look at those teams that they won away, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of them are or were below 500. I even looked at the playoff games that you were talking about. The one against the Texans, to me, that was probably one of the most disturbing in that I don't know if the Patriots won that game. Hats off to them. They won. And I think that when you're trying to get to a Super Bowl, you need some a lot of teams need luck. There's only a few teams that don't need luck. But when I really analyze it and look at it, the fact that, yeah, Drake May had all of those turnovers, the Texans lost that game. Drake May had all of those turnovers, and you were in the seat to win it, and then your quarterback and CJ Stroud turn over the ball like, hot tamales. And to your point too, and this is really the thing, they still had a shot to win that game with all of those turnovers, with no Nico Collins, and Dalton Schultz got hurt early. Yeah. So now it brings us to Denver. Denver's defense is really good. So I'll give some grace with that. But I will say that Drake May, in my opinion, he won the game. Let's keep that. That's very important. But he underperformed. I mean, that pressure in the first half before that snow, it seemed like it was rattling. And it could have just been nerves. I don't know. But I really started thinking about that and going back and really looking at those games. But what really stood out to me when it comes to Seattle, what stood out to me was the defense, and they're, balanced on offense, if you really think about it. Defense, man, they are for real. I don't know about the Legion of Boom, but I tell you what, them boys are like the Department of Defense.
Hey.
They were, they were defending everything, and they did what they were supposed to do. It's hard to kind of stop. I know most people say, well, what do you mean Department of Defense? Because the Rams did score. Yeah, you're going up against the Rams, which is one of the better offenses in the league, and you're going against virtually the MVP in Matthew Stafford. So I think that when you look at it, they held their own, and that game kind of stood out for me. So that's why I think, and I'm going with Seattle. Now, what is the score going to be? Okay, if you're saying 2 scores, okay, are we talking about a touchdown and a field goal, 10 points? Okay, cool. I can go with that, 10 points. I wouldn't be surprised if they do beat the Patriots by 2 touchdowns. But man, the Patriots, man, what scares me is that organization seems to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They tackle well. They don't beat themselves. Although in the playoffs, those 2 games, I will say it seemed like they were beating themselves, right?
Yeah.
They were. I'm not going to say that they weren't, but if it gets into a grind or a grudge match, I think this is their comfort zone, man. And that's what scares me. But there's one thing Seattle has that the Patriots don't have. You know what that is?
Sam Darnold?
Nope.
Oh. What they got?
J.
N. Yes.
That boy run routes so clean. Oh, the defense need disinfectant.
Hey.
That's how clean he runs. That's how clean he run his routes.
Hey.
The defense need disinfectant for that dude. That's how bad he is. And that's how much I'm sold on him. Come on, man. The kid is nice, man. He don't even need speed. He's already gone. Even in nine, when you think about it,
Yeah.
he's good, man. And that's the thing that I have yet to see anybody in these playoffs stop him. Nobody has stopped him. And it seemed
Yeah.
like it seemed like the last game, there's a saying, you probably don't know it, was the Ghetto Boys. My mind is playing tricks on me. Willie D said, and this is how them defensive backs are when they guard this dude, man. When they guard JSN, they bust a left at the Popeyes and bail out quick. Because I'm telling you, that's what happened when they're in front of them, they just bail out, man. When they're in front of JSN, they bail out. Bust a left at the Popeyes and bail out quick.
Yeah.
Boom. It's over, man. And to me, if Sam Darnold does what Sam Darnold has done this year, this is a win. Now I'm not going like a blowout, but this is a win. If Seattle come in and play their game, and the good thing about it, they still on the West Coast. They still have home field advantage.
True.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And comparing Drake May to Matthew Stafford. Yeah, Matthew Stafford has Puka Nacua and DeMonte Adams, stuff like that. But Drake May, you still are one of the favorites to be MVP. And who do you have? Diggs? Keyshawn Booty? Come on, you can't make excuses. Yeah, there are going to be problems on the defense. If you gave up four fumbles and interception to the Texans, you're going to give up more against the number one scoring defense in the league. That's all I'm saying. That defense is legit. And it's ran by a rookie. The defense is run by a rookie. And that rookie's legit. Came from South Carolina. Don't know how to say his last name. I think it's Nick Emmanuel. Imari. He's a dog. He is a dog. So defense is ran by Tariq Woolen and a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing about JSN, you know when they're huddled up, Sam Darnold just tells JSN, like, hey, I want my corner medium rare. All right, go out there. He just does his thing. The future potential offensive rookie of the year or offensive player of the year does his thing. He's like, Sam, how well you want your receiver or your corner? I want
Oh
a medium
my
one. All right,
goodness.
break. Cooks
Bruh.
him. He is a chef when it comes to receiving.
Bruh, that was a ball. That was good. Yes. I'm telling you, that's how bad JSN is, man. They sitting up there talking, boy. That boy is like a refrigerator on payday, always open.
Exactly.
So guess what? Oh, that was a good one. Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
And even the defense, man, they have speed on the edges, man. And like you said on the last podcast, they're only sending 4 down linemen. 4.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the secondary, now listen, man, as long as what's his name don't do any bonehead mistakes, which I hope they rectify in that Wooling, that, hey, look, we don't have no more problems. That dude is still physical. I mean, they have a physical secondary. I mean, and they're not opportunistic, not flash or anything like that. They just play sound defensively, fast and quick. And, they have so many people in passing downs that drop back. It's like, man, hard to find a passing lane, with that. But hey, you know what? They don't need to dominate. They just need to steal a few possessions here and there. and just do their regular game. And, and when you're in the Super Bowl, just one simple headline, takeaway is a headline.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So they just need to play sound ball, man. I mean, that's it. I mean, and again, and I know we talked about this last time, man. Y'all better not let Sam Darnold win that Super Bowl. They better not let Sam Darnold win the Super Bowl, because this is not, you can't rate him or rank him the same way as a Trent Dilfer, as a Flacco, as a Brad Johnson, any of them. This dude had over how many yards? 4,000?
4,000.
4,000 yards. And he wasn't flashy about it or anything. So by him doing what he needs to do, yeah, man. And you know what? I'm rooting for Sam Darnold. That's one of the big reasons I want him to win, because I am sick and tired of people judging quarterbacks the way they do. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you know me, I'm very hard on quarterbacks. Very, very hard on quarterbacks. Especially Allen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, quarterbacks is what get coaches fired. But Sam Darnold, he got a raw deal. He was talented. He went to the Jets, who didn't have the right structure in place for him to win. And he had to take the long way, eat some humble pie, and say, you know what? I'm going to take a back seat. I'm going to learn. Went to San Francisco, learned, and everything else. Carolina, all of that. Did what he needed to do. And look what happens when you put a good quarterback in a good system. They thrive. Now, Minnesota, you messed up.
You may.
But cool. I get it. Y'all was still under the cloud of Sam Darnold's pass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you drafted. I get that. But now Seattle, go on ahead. Get ready to open that checkbook. Because if everything go the way it should go,
he getting paid.
Sam Darnold got y'all another Super Bowl. That's what I do know. And you may as well go on ahead, open up that. Hey, Sam Darnold, back up the Brinks truck, because they're about to put that money in it.
Yeah.
So,
and the final thing I'm going to say, Sam Darnold. He was drafted in 2018. You know the quarterbacks that were drafted in 2018? First overall pick, Baker Mayfield. All right, he's with Tampa Bay now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Third overall pick, Sam Darnold. We know where he's doing. The 7th overall pick, and you're going to laugh at this one, is Josh Allen.
Wait. Sam Darnold went what? He was the 6th one?
He was the third overall pick.
Third pick.
And Josh Allen was the 7th.
The 7th one pick.
And Lamar Jackson was the 32nd. And you know what the difference between all of those is? Sam Darnold's the only one that's been to a Super Bowl.
Hey, man.
It doesn't matter. You can call him a system quarterback. I don't care. He is not a system quarterback. He is the... Hey. And if he is, right time. He came at the right time. Hey, and he's going to get paid. He's going to get a Super Bowl ring and he's going to get paid.
They picked him third for a reason. Right. It's just that he was in a bad system. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. The other 2 quarterbacks that you mentioned, they're MVPs. So guess what? That wipe out that whole, he was picked 3rd, 6th, and 7th. One of them is a 2-time MVP and one at one time. So guess what? I don't care where they was picked. I'm riding with Sam Darnold. Period.
Yeah, I'm riding with Sam.
Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is the Houston Cougars basketball for both men and women's, since football is about to end. So we'll start with men's. For the Cougar men's, they are 19-2. Only people they lost to is Tennessee and Texas Tech. But those were close games as well with their losses, and they just find a way to bounce back. And also Flemings, I cannot talk about how good Kingston Flemings is. And mind you, he is a freshman and a potential number 5 prospect for the NBA. He's good, dominant, their leader. He looks like a veteran, a redshirt senior veteran. He looks good. And I will give my flowers to Emmanuel Sharp. I will give my flowers to Milos Uzan. I will give my flowers to Chris Sanak. And I will give my flowers to Joseph Tugler and Kelvin Sampson, because that team is amazing. It is amazing. Now, obviously they've lost. It's hard to go undefeated in basketball, especially in the Big 12. Why? Because the Big 12 people who are ranked: Texas Tech 12th, BYU 13th, Arizona 1st, Iowa State 8th, and Kansas 14th. It's hard to go undefeated, mind you, even have a record as the Cougars have in the Big 12. But also put in mind that they haven't went up against Arizona, Iowa State, and Kansas. But still, they look phenomenal. Kelvin Sampson is arguably going to go down as one of the best college coaches to do it.
Yeah. Listen, man, I can't speak enough about U of H, and I will say this: you're probably one of the luckiest kids in the country to be going to U of H and being a sports editor at U of H and able to go to all these games. I would pay a lot just to be in your shoes right now, for the simple fact, just to watch that team. Offensive efficiency, they are crazy. They average basically 80 points per game. And you know what their defense allow? 61 points per game.
That's number 2.
Yeah, that's elite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you start talking about players, man, I can't say. You know what, man? Flemings is kind of like, and I like his name too, Kingston Flemings. That's pretty. Yeah. I mean, he's the ignition switch. He's like that JSN person for me. You know what I mean? He's the spark. He's the one that, hey, when you need it, you flip the breaker and they come back on. He averages. What does he average? He averages like
17 points.
17 points a game, and he's a freshman again in the Big 12. You can say what you want about the Big 12 when it comes to football. You can't say nothing about it when it comes to basketball. They have that is a basketball conference, right? And you know, being the team leading scorer and everything. A shame is the fact that, you know, this will be the only year you see him, unless, you know, they can figure out a way. Because when this dude starts scoring, he's scoring bunches. It's like he at Costco.
Oh yeah,
he scored in bunches, and it's constant. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, and that's not even confidence. That's his expectation. I mean, it just seemed like, and I saw this cool AAU video on him. At first, when I saw him, you know, playing at U of H, he seemed like a quiet person. But man, I watched that AAU, his highlights, and you can hear him talking to players. That kid is actually pretty smart, man. Like, his basketball IQ was up there, man. He was, I see why Coach Sampson liked him. You know, even in AAU, man, his defense was solid. And in AAU, you've been around AAU long enough to know AAU ain't nobody playing defense. But man, he was locking down people in there. But you know what? I know I talked about him, but let me tell you something. There's two other players that I absolutely love that do not get enough flowers from everybody. And I get it because you're talking about a freshman sensation. Emmanuel Sharp, man, he is the precision for U of H.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
he's the one that makes the defense pay for their mistakes. He knocked down shots. He kills the hope of teams. Right when U of H needs something, he's there. And he thrives in that whole chaos that teams try to throw at him or U of H. I mean, he's good, man. I think he's very underrated. And when you think about it, he's probably your most reliable shooter.
Oh, yeah.
And he don't need 20 shots. He needs just one bad closeout from a defender and it's over.
Yeah.
So he's very surgical, and that's what I like about him. And when you start talking about, man, I don't know what it is with U of H, man. Their players got some cool names, man. Milos Uzan, right? That boy is the adult in the room. He is really good, man. He's your tempo setter. I like him a lot, man. And, he's the one that decides if this game is going to become a track meet or if it's going to be a fist fight. Yeah. If you really think about it, he literally controls that tempo. And there's only a few games I probably see him like not on his game scoring wise, but he was up on his game defensive, rebounding and assists, and everything else. He is, 11 points, 4 assists, 2 to 3 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
He's not just a guard, man. He's like that steady hand, who can score to keep that defense honest and everything else. So I can understand, why Calvin relies on him. Coach Sampson relies on him quite a bit. He's good, man. I really like him. He has that swag. He's like the remote control for that team, man. And he changes the channel like mid-possession. Like, hey, we're going to do this. Oh, I see this. Come on, do that. He's really good, man. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And, talking about points, when it comes to Uzan, look, he might not give you 20 points. He might not give you 15 points. But what he does transitions, what he does on defense, what he does when controlling the tempo, look, he showed that the sport is not entirely revolved around points. It's revolved around tempo.
It is
around chaos. It's revolved around a lot of factors that affect points. And then talking about Sharp, he's that veteran. He has that experience. He has that wisdom, and he has that confidence to be like, all right, you need a 3? I can give you a 3. Don't matter where it is. Half court, he bank it, And the other two starters, Kristanak and Justin Tugler, those two are your big guys down the rim. Blocks, rebounds. They might not get points, but defense is their name. It's their middle name. Kristanak, he had a career high 14 rebounds against TCU.
But Sanak will get you some threes too, though, man. He'll get you some points. I will say that about him. He'll get you some points, man. And he's also a freshman, if I'm right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a freshman.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's nothing to shake. I mean, that dude he's good, man. I mean, so I'm with you on that. But I think when you think about this team, I think Sharp and Uzan, they allow Kingston. I think that's why Kingston he's able to do what he's doing, because you have those two veteran people. It's kind of like, to me, they're like GPS. They recalculate easy.
Yeah.
With Calvin Sampson, they're like GPS. They recalculate easy and they still arrive on time. You know what I mean? So, and I think that allows the young fella to go ahead and just freelance and just, hey, look, play, and when you have a veteran team like that, they can like, hey, look, go ahead and do your thing. You miss shots, we can make up the difference for whenever, you make a mistake or something like that. So go ahead. We're just that talented. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. U of H to me is a complete team. And you know what? Calvin Sampson is the engine behind it, man. And I think when you come to play for a Calvin Sampson team, bro, one thing I do know, you better come to play defense like it ain't no tomorrow. You better play defense, because if you ever really sit down and look at U of H play defense, they are moving. They are talking. You hear them talking through the microphones of the announcers. They are talking, moving. They are like five guys in literally concert with each other, like this symphony on defense. And it looks so good when they're switching, they're doubling, they're getting back. Man, I like it, man. And with Calvin Sampson, he will tell you every cut you make, there's a purpose behind it. Every defensive possession is personal. And if you ain't that person, look, and I tell you what, let me tell you why Sinak and the other big and Tumblr rebounding, because you know what he's saying? Every rebound, you better treat it like renters do. Hey. That's why they get them boards, man. Do you ever see Calvin Sampson on the sideline? He like this. I ain't never seen Calvin a guy Sampson move so much with his hands like this. But hey, he clean though, because he wearing J's every game. Hey. Shout out, bro. I'm like, Calvin is, man, look. That's the one thing I know, that his style of basketball, Houston will forever compete. Forever compete. And I don't know how, and he just landed another big time recruit.
Yeah.
I saw that. I mean, who did he land? Man, we got to look that up. He landed another big time recruit that I just saw that popped up on my feed. So, I mean, you know what? And I think Calvin's tenacity, I think that's what really separates Houston from all the rest. They wear teams down. He don't have to try to outscore them. He just wears them down. You know what I mean? And if you really think about it, go back, and if anybody, go back and look at the final 8 minutes of every game. Opponents look totally different, like they're rushed. The only time, even in those two losses, Houston just didn't capitalize. But look at the last 8 minutes. Matter of fact, you don't even need to look at the rest of the game. Go to the last 8 minutes and look at U of H. And you'll see the other team is exhausted. They're rushing. They're just, and Houston just like bouncing off the walls, bro. It's like they gave him a bunch of no-dos or some C4. Them guys are still hyped up. So, and like I said, hey, look, Calvin's teams are built for grown men. So, I mean, the guards, man, they learn how to read the game and not just score. They play defense. They're big on learning angles. It's not all about athleticism. You know, everyone rebounds and everyone defends. And that is a Calvin Sampson team. This ain't no playground basketball. This is earned minutes with Calvin
Yeah.
Sampson. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Calvin has done an excellent job at bringing this team together. Um, it's fantastic. This is the dream team essentially with Michael Jordan, with Larry Bird, with all these different people. That's what it feels
Yeah.
like to me, at least. And and it's composed of the right amount of freshmen and newcomers to veterans to show them, the ropes. Tugler and Sinak are a duo. Uzon and Sharp are mentoring Flemings, and I think that's what um, Kelvin Sampson wants. He wants a mixture of veterans with young, young talent, and hey, it's working. It is working. I have no complaints, and
Yeah.
it's been good. It's been working for them, and they are top contenders for winning it all in a national championship. Because I keep hearing it.
Yeah.
Cougars are going to win a national championship. I'm like, yeah, they won
And I hope
last
so,
year.
man. We need it this year, man. We really need a national championship. I mean, at U of H.
All right, and tonight I was at the women's basketball game against Cincinnati. And, oh my word! I was writing an article for them. And I'm glad I did because that game was so good. Came to the wire, but actually, matter of fact, it came down to 5 seconds. Oh my word! All I gotta say is Kendall Hunter. She legit. She legit. 23 points, game-winning three, 72-70 against Cincinnati. It was a good game. Houston had the lead essentially every single quarter. It did not fail to entertain me. I I thought Cincinnati was going to pull this one off.
Yeah, and I'm glad I even went to that game.
Mm-mm.
I mean, that game was good. And
Yeah,
I will say the way that the girls played today, when you think about it, I'm shocked that they don't have a better record because looking at them play, um, they're pretty good. Now, Kendall, she was the star of the show. I mean, she was the one that started it off. Reverse layup. And the interesting thing about Kendall, I think Kendall is one of those players that's underrated. And here's why I say that. And this dates back to when she was in high school here in Cypher ISD. Um, Me and Madison, your sister, um, when she was playing at Bridgeland, we used to go and watch Kendall and Rory play all the time. And watching them play, Rory was the point guard, the engine, but Kendall was slashing and getting to the hole, man. She made it look good and easy. And those
mm-hmm.
times when Madison would have workouts at Cy Hoops, Kendall was there putting in work. The girl is good. I think she had that setback with the injury, the ACL, and everything
Yeah,
else. But looking at her tonight, man, she seemed like that's the Kendall I know. I don't know if you saw it, but man, there was one, I was like, oh, she's about to turn the ball over, but she juked this girl like in the second half. Mackenzie was next to me. Mackenzie stayed like this, like, I'm talking about Kendall was running back down the court and Mackenzie was still like this. She was like, Dad, did you see that? Kendall, man, she can get to the hole, man. Like, I'm that wasn't shocking to me at all. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, I mean, to our family, that's not shocking because we've seen Kendall quite a bit. But I'm gonna give Merchant her flowers though. She was pretty good, man. She was steady, really good. And what's her name? 23, Ahmad Rahim. Is that
Amara Abdur Rahim.
Abdur
She was good.
Rahim? She was
She was
good.
really good.
She was good.
She was
And you
really
know what I
good.
did notice too when she was on the court? She was the one that, she was getting them into position. She was like, hey, you need to be over here, over there. So, they're a solid team. They're just, you know what, man? You're probably a few more players away from really competing within the Big 12. But one thing I do hope that Kendall was found a home at U of H and she don't leave, because she started off at UT, then A&M. And it's funny working at A&M. And when she came to A&M, I was like, man, I don't know if this is a good landing spot for her, especially coming off of an injury. But I'm hoping that U of H is her home and she don't leave, because I think she literally has, she's a redshirt senior. So she has another year to really make a statement, in the Big 12. So.
Yeah. And, they got a new coach. So we also got to put, a little bit of grace on that, because it's a
Yeah.
coach and a different scheme and, they're learning about the coach's scheme and stuff. But they're doing good, doing well. I see a lot of potential and a lot of promise heading into the end of the season and going into next year. And yeah, I think they're doing good. I think they're doing good despite the record.
Yeah, you said that they have a better record from last year, so
Yes.
their improvement. But that game, man, it was so good. Houston led the whole time, and that it tied up. And Kendall was in this game, she was the force. Like, scored first, kept it going. And then when the game was tied, she did her thing. But it was those last 5 seconds, man. It was tied up.
Yeah.
No, they were
those
down
last
1.
5 seconds. Yeah. Yeah.
They were
They
down
got
1.
Yeah. They got a free throw. And I was like, okay, game over. I gotta change stuff. And then Hunter just
From
he
the
just
corner, man.
nonchalantly, by the way, just
Bro.
chucks up a 3, went in. I'm like,
Hey,
wow.
man.
That
She
arena
didn't
was
flinch.
loud.
Hunter
No,
did
she
not
didn't.
flinch, man. She froze the
didn't.
moment. That was ice.
And I was listening at the post game interview. She's like, "Oh, that ball was not for me. That was for another person." But she stumbled, threw it out, and I had no other option. I didn't have time to think, so I just shot. I'm like,
Yeah.
she did pretty good.
And you know what, to be truthful with you? As soon as she got the ball in her hand and she shot, you can look at the ball and tell that ball was going in. And you know what? Again, I was comfortable with her taking that shot. Because the whole time I was thinking, they just need to get the ball to Kendall. She's the one. They've been riding her the whole day. Get it to her and live or die with it. And guess what? She did.
It worked.
And maybe this is her coming out party, because I haven't looked at their schedule to see if this is her best game of the year. But maybe this is her coming out party, because it seemed like when they needed someone to drive the lane and get to the rack, Kendall was doing it, man.
She was there.
She was there. So shout out to, girls basketball, which girls basketball is a little underrated for me. I think they're the most, when you look at women's and men's basketball, they're more technically sound than the men's game, for me, at least. But don't get me wrong, I love watching men's basketball, especially U of H. But shout out to U of H, the girls, man. I think I'm gonna go try to get to more of those games. So
Yeah,
it was good, man.
that was.
Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
And that's the call. We broke down the Belichick snub, made our Super Bowl predictions, and separated the noise from the truth. Because around here, opinions got to earn their minutes. If you disagree, agree, or think we're completely off, good. That's what real sport talk is supposed to do. Make sure you like, subscribe, and tap in with us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube because the conversations don't stop when the clock hits 0. Until next time, let's blow the whistle.